What's up, everybody? Today we give you a new way to entertain your elemental mastery fantasies. We show you a dev diary that you should really be having a look at, and we crank Siege Warfare up to 11. This is MMO-Play Dailies. Brand new intro, and a shirt, and a new background. Everything's a-changin'. I am the Hicks from MMO-Play.com. See what I did there? I incorporated the shirt. Welcome to your one-stop shop for everything you need to know in the MMO universe, MMO-Play Dailies. Let's jump into some news. So if you're playing Arma 3, April 8th is likely a day you already know has some significance. That's when the Markman DLC is going to be available. And we got a really cool dev diary, well, the first part of a really cool dev diary, to start highlighting some of the features that we can look forward to in this DLC. So what we know is coming in this DLC are like new weapons, new scopes, a whole mess of really cool things. I mean, I typically get jazzed up about dev diaries anyway, but I think Bohemian Interactive with this one in particular did a really good job. I love seeing the little behind the scenes stuff. I love seeing, you know, them out on the gun range, shooting a gun or clapping, capturing sound effects. I love watching the coders code, the designers design, little think tank meetings where they're all talking about something awesome, but there's music playing, so you have to guess what they're saying. I imagine it's something about blood splatter. So yeah, if you're interested in checking that video out with all the behind the scenes goodies, there's a link in the description below. If you're enjoying the Storm Throne, which is a browser-based MMO alpha, you'll be glad to know that there's now a second alpha. So the first alpha was there, people were enjoying it, and then things just sort of went quiet for a bit. This started back in November of last year. Finally, we've got a second alpha coming up with a whole lot of new features. If you're playing the first alpha, you can automatically jump into the second. But just a reminder from the developers that at the end of the second alpha, all the characters and server data are going to be wiped, so don't get too attached to anything. Well, Warframe Sanctuary has got a lot of cool content coming its way. First up, you've got the Warframe Chroma, which is this elemental master that looks insane. But if that doesn't get you going, there are new PvP maps, there are new PvE quests, new Tenno reinforcements, and a whole lot more. Obviously, if you need more information than that, there's a lot to be had. It's in the description below. So you know those games that you see like a preview of and you're not sure if it's going to be a good game or a bad game, but you know you're going to play it no matter what? I've come across one of these games. It is a game that is way early in its development cycle right now called Empyrean. And this is one of those games that wasn't really on my radar, but now it is, and I'm super glad it is. Now this is a game that's gonna start a Kickfunder campaign next month in April. So as part of the lead up to that, they've released this video highlighting their combat system in a feature that they're really proud of, and should be, underground battling. So I watched this video, it's like 15 minutes long. I was instantly into it, way hooked, and then I just went and devoured everything else that the game had to offer. So this is Siege Warfare, but it looks way more hands-on and technical and specific, but still somehow manages to be very streamlined and organic. The battle that they put online, again, it's an underground battle. It took like 15 minutes. And what I loved about it was it had one of the developers talking over the video, and he was like explaining what he was doing. And listening to this guy play the game, I was just hooked. Watching the movements of these units across the battlefield, him making sure he wasn't going to get flanked, positioning heavy and light and medium artillery and different kinds of creatures and units in different places. It was just fascinating. So again, this is an MMO RPG I'm very excited about now. So this is definitely one of those games that I will certainly be watching the crowdsourcing campaign once it goes live. If you want any more information on this title, check out the description below for a link. I feel like I'm saying check out the link in the description below a lot today, but you're not gonna do it. I don't do it. I never click on the description. So just as an extra incentive, here's some other stuff that you can also find the answers to, some questions that I answered in the description below. Click it and then find your answer. I just want to say up front that this is in no way dishonest. All these answers are in the description below. I promise on my honor as a Boy Scout, I almost said Girl Scout, but that would reveal my past about the operation. Crap. The answers to all these questions in the description below. Check it out. Here's some of the questions. Is my mom cheating on my uncle? Is it okay if a testicle disappears and then reappears a month later? Is squirrel arousal a thing? If I fart and I feel like a little bit might have come out, how long does it take before the people around me realize what they're smelling is not fart and might actually be poop? I want to fly like Michael Keaton in Birdman. Is there a drug for that? If I sprinkle Parmesan on macaroni and cheese, does that make the macaroni and cheese more unhealthy? Or have I already passed some precipice of unhealthiness that you really can't add any more onto? What was the weight distribution on Sephiroth's sword like? Is it possible for a human being to swing a sword that thin and long? For that matter, what about Cloud's sword? I don't remember if it was Final Fantasy VII or Kingdom Hearts, but didn't one of them have that sword wrapped in bandages? Why would you need a sword wrapped in bandages? Tifa was hot though, am I right? Is keeping chocobos in captivity and forcing them to breed with each other technically animal cruelty? Why am I still asking Final Fantasy questions? As I said, the answers to all these questions can be found in the description below, if only you'd click it. And again, I'm in no way lying. And with that, we move on to today's comment shout out. Today's comment shout out is a first that we're doing this. It's actually shouting out to 3 people. This is a conversation that happened on Friday's video. Basically, I said that video that the Xbox One sucks. I don't know why you'd have it. The PS4 is okay, but the PC is the way to go for gaming. And the first one to respond to that was Claytheus, who said, I like both PC and the PS4, so screw MMO-Play, weak channel. And then Patsubi gets in there and says, confessing it is the first step to solving your problems, exclamation point. And then one of the best usernames I've seen in the last week at least, blah, I don't care, 11, says, PCs are good for throwing your ass on the couch and chillaxing with a game with more functionality and less cost. And then Claytheus comes in and disagrees with the PC statement that blah, I don't care, 11 said, and says, not really, smiley face. And then blah, I don't care, 11 comes back and says, well, it's what I'm doing right now and I'm feeling a whole lot better than the past few generations I spent with consoles. So I want to jump into this convo. First off, blah, I don't care 11, that's a great name. I don't own either next-gen console currently. I have played them both, and out of the both of them, PS4 looks better to me. Not that my opinion matters. I guess the question I have is, why wouldn't you want a game on a PC? This is what's always like bogged my mind. I'm really curious as to the answer to this. If you've got a machine that can run whatever, you can mod it out to be playable with whatever configuration of controllers and keyboards and mice that you want. You've got easier access to a larger variety of games, and you can also use that machine to do anything else. And you don't have to download external apps to do anything else. It can already do it. So I guess my question is like, why wouldn't you do a PC? What is it about consoles now, today, not consoles 20 years ago? I get that. I just don't understand why you'd bother. I'd love to hear why you bother, actually. Let me know. Why is a console still the way to go? So leave a comment below letting me know why or why not to do consoles, or really leave a comment on anything else you want to talk about, and you might be included in tomorrow's comment shout out. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I've been the Hicks from MMO-Play.com. Thank you very much for watching. Like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel, check out MMO-Play.com. I will see y'all tomorrow.